Hi everyone! Welcome back to English Fab, where learning English is practical, useful, and fab. Have you ever felt stuck trying to express your feelings or opinions in English? Maybe you're not sure when to say, "I'm supposed to," or "I'd rather," or you hesitate when using phrases like tend to or struggle to. These expressions are called phrasal modals, and they're often used by native speakers to sound natural and fluent. But for many learners, they can be confusing and tricky to use correctly. In today's lesson, we'll break down some of the most common phrasal modals like be supposed to, had better, would rather, seem to, tend to, and more. I'll explain their meanings, show you how to use them naturally, and give you practical tips to help you express yourself more clearly and confidently in English. If you find English difficult, don't worry. You can translate the subtitles into English and your own language like this. Check the description below for extra details. Are you ready? Let's get started.
In this section, we'll go over the 5 main ways to use be supposed to with clear explanations and examples. Let's get started. 1. Talking about expectations. We use be supposed to when something is expected to happen or when someone is expected to do something. Example: I am supposed to finish my report by Friday. This means that finishing the report by Friday is expected, it's what should happen. More examples. She is supposed to be here by now. They are supposed to arrive at 8 p.m. If something is planned or expected, be supposed to is the perfect way to describe it. 2. Describing rules or obligations. Use be supposed to when talking about rules, responsibilities, or duties. It's a softer way of expressing obligations compared to words like must or have to. Example: students are supposed to wear uniforms at school. This means wearing uniforms is a rule or requirement. More examples. Employees are supposed to follow company policies. You are supposed to turn off your phone during meetings. Whenever you want to politely talk about rules, be supposed to is a great choice. 3. Expressing unmet expectations. We also use be supposed to when something was expected but didn't happen. Example: he was supposed to call me, but he forgot. This means I expected him to call, but it didn't happen. More examples. It was supposed to be sunny today, but it's raining. We were supposed to meet at noon, but she was late. If an expectation wasn't met, be supposed to is the perfect way to express it. 4. Talking about common beliefs or assumptions. Use be supposed to when referring to something that people believe to be true, even if you're not sure. Example: this restaurant is supposed to have the best sushi in town. This means that many people say the sushi here is great, but I haven't confirmed it myself. More examples. That movie is supposed to be really good. He is supposed to be a great teacher. If something is commonly believed to be true, but you haven't personally verified it, be supposed to is a great phrase to use. 5. Expressing disapproval or disappointment. We also use be supposed to when criticizing something that should have happened but didn't. Example: you were supposed to clean your room. This expresses disappointment because cleaning the room was expected, but it didn't happen. More examples. She was supposed to email me, but she never did. You're supposed to be studying, not playing video games. This structure is commonly used by parents, teachers, or bosses when they are frustrated that something didn't happen as planned. Now that we've covered the different ways to use be supposed to, let's go over some important tips to help you use it naturally and correctly in conversations. 1. Structure: be plus supposed to plus base verb. The verb be must always match the correct tense and subject. Examples: she is supposed to arrive at 5 p.m. Present: they were supposed to meet us yesterday. Past: more examples. I am supposed to be at work by 9 a.m. We were supposed to have a meeting this morning. Make sure you change be based on the subject and tense. 2. Be supposed to versus have to. Many learners wonder about the difference between be supposed to and have to. Be supposed to expresses an expectation or a general rule. Example: you are supposed to be quiet in the library. It's an expectation. Have to expresses a strong obligation, something you must do. Example: you have to submit the assignment today. It's a requirement. If something is strictly required, use have to. If it's just an expectation, use be supposed to. 3. Negative form, not supposed to. Use not supposed to say something isn't allowed or expected. Example: you are not supposed to park here. This means parking here is not allowed. More examples: she is not supposed to use her phone at work. We are not supposed to talk during the test. This is a polite way to tell someone that something isn't allowed. 4. Question form, am I supposed to? To ask about expectations or responsibilities, use am I supposed to. Example: am I supposed to bring anything to the party? This asks whether bringing something is expected. More examples: am I supposed to sign this form? Are we supposed to wear formal clothes? This is a great way to check what you are expected to do. 5. Practice common phrases with be supposed to. Here are some useful phrases to help you get comfortable using be supposed to. We are supposed to turn in our homework online. The movie is supposed to be really good. You are not supposed to eat in class.
In this section, we'll go over the 5 key ways to use be eager to, with clear explanations and examples. Let's dive in. 1. Expressing excitement or strong desire. Use be eager to when someone is excited and looking forward to an upcoming event or activity. Example: she is eager to start her new job next week. This means she can't wait to begin her new job and is looking forward to it. More examples: he is eager to visit Japan for the first time. They are eager to see their favorite band perform live. If you want to express strong enthusiasm for something happening soon, be eager to is a perfect choice. 2. Showing readiness or enthusiasm for an activity. Use be eager to when talking about actively wanting to participate in something. Example: the students are eager to join the science competition. This means they are excited and motivated to take part in the competition. More examples: she is eager to volunteer at the animal shelter. We are eager to help with the community project. If someone really wants to be involved in an activity, be eager to is the best way to express that enthusiasm. 3. Indicating impatience or urgency. Use be eager to when someone can't wait for something to happen. Example: he is eager to hear the results of his interview. This means he feels impatient and really wants to know the outcome soon. More examples: she is eager to get her test scores back. They are eager to finish their project before the deadline. If someone is waiting anxiously for something, be eager to is a great way to describe their feeling.
4. Describing curiosity or interest in learning. Use be eager to when someone is keen to gain knowledge or information. Example: she is eager to learn how to cook Italian dishes. This means she really wants to gain this new skill. More examples: he is eager to understand more about history. The students are eager to practice speaking English. If someone is excited to learn something new, be eager to expresses that perfectly. 5. Expressing determination toward a goal. Use be eager to when someone is highly motivated to achieve something. Example: they are eager to improve their English skills before traveling. This means they are determined to get better at English before their trip. More examples: she is eager to start her own business. He is eager to train for the marathon. If someone is strongly committed to reaching a goal, be eager to is the perfect phrase. Now that we've covered the different ways to use be eager to, let's go over some important tips to help you use it naturally and correctly in conversations. 1. Structure be plus eager to plus base verb. The verb after be eager to should always be in its base form without ing or to before it. Correct. She is eager to meet her new classmates. Incorrect. She is eager to meeting her new classmates. More examples: he is eager to start his new job. They are eager to attend the concert. Always remember to use the base verb after be eager to. 2. Be eager to. Be willing to. Many learners wonder about the difference between be eager to and be willing to. Be eager to expresses strong enthusiasm and excitement. Example, I am eager to start my project. I am excited and looking forward to it. Be willing to means someone is open to doing something but not necessarily excited about it. Example, I am willing to help if needed. I don't mind helping, but I'm not overly excited. If someone actively wants to do something, use be eager to. If they are okay with doing something if necessary, use be willing to. 3. Common mistakes and how to fix them. Here are some common mistakes English learners make with be eager to and how to correct them. Incorrect, he eager to travel abroad. Correct, he is eager to travel abroad. Incorrect, they are eager for visiting the museum. Correct, they are eager to visit the museum. Always remember, be eager to requires the verb be. Use to plus base verb, not for plus verb-ing. 4. Practical tips to remember be eager to. Associate eager with positive energy and enthusiasm. Think of someone who can't wait to do something. Use be eager to in job interviews or conversations to sound enthusiastic. Example, I am eager to contribute my skills to this team. By using be eager to correctly, you can express your motivation and interest in a natural way. 5. Commonly used expressions with be eager to. Here are some popular expressions using be eager to that you can practice. Be eager to learn. She is eager to learn new languages. Be eager to help. They are eager to help with the project. Be eager to try. I am eager to try that new restaurant. Be eager to see. We are eager to see the fireworks tonight.
In this section, we'll go over the 5 key ways to use be keen to, with clear explanations and examples. Let's get started. 1. Expressing enthusiasm or interest. Use be keen to when someone is excited or very interested in doing something. Example, she is keen to join the new fitness class. This means she is excited and looking forward to participating. More examples, he is keen to start his new job. They are keen to learn more about photography. If someone shows a lot of interest in an activity, be keen to is a great way to describe it. 2. Showing eagerness to learn or try something new. Use be keen to when talking about a strong interest in exploring new experiences. Example, he is keen to try cooking Japanese food. This means he is excited and open to learning how to cook Japanese dishes. More examples, she's keen to learn how to surf. We are keen to experience different cultures. If someone is eager to try something unfamiliar, be keen to is a natural way to express it. 3. Indicating a strong desire to achieve a goal. Use be keen to when someone is highly motivated to accomplish something. Example, they are keen to improve their English before moving abroad. This means they have a strong desire to get better at English before relocating. More examples, he is keen to complete his degree as soon as possible. She is keen to develop her leadership skills. If someone is determined to succeed at something, be keen to is the perfect phrase. 4. Expressing a willingness to help or participate. Use be keen to when someone is happy to offer their help or take part in an activity. Example, I'm keen to help organize the event. This means I am happy to contribute and assist with the event. More examples, she is keen to volunteer at the animal shelter. They are keen to join the community project. If someone wants to be involved and contribute, be keen to is a great way to say it. 5. Talking about future plans with excitement. Use be keen to when someone is looking forward to something in the future. Example, we are keen to travel to Italy next summer. This means they are excited about their upcoming trip. More examples, he is keen to meet his new colleagues. They are keen to start their new business. If someone is looking forward to an event or experience, be keen to is the perfect phrase to use. Now that we've covered the different ways to use be keen to, let's go over some important tips to help you use it naturally and correctly in conversations. 1. Structure be plus keen to plus base verb. The verb after be keen to should always be in its base form, without ing or to before it. Correct. She is keen to learn a new language. Incorrect. She is keen to learning a new language. More examples. They are keen to improve their presentation skills. He is keen to start his own business.
Always remember to use the base verb after be keen to. 2. Be keen to versus
Be eager to.
Many learners wonder about the difference between be keen to and be eager to. Be keen to is more common in British English and expresses strong enthusiasm. Example, he is keen to start his new job. He is excited and interested. Be eager to is more common in American English and can sound slightly stronger. Example, she is eager to share her ideas with the team. She is really looking forward to it. Both phrases show excitement and motivation, but keen to is often used in casual and professional settings, while eager to can sound more intense. 3. Common mistakes and how to fix them. Here are some common mistakes English learners make with be keen to and how to correct them. Incorrect, they keen to visit the museum. Correct, they are keen to visit the museum. Incorrect, he is keen for joining the club. Correct, he is keen to join the club. Always remember, be keen to requires the verb be, am, is, are, was, were. Use to plus base verb, not for plus verbing. 4. How to remember be keen to. Think of keen as a way to express high enthusiasm and excitement. Use be keen to in positive and friendly conversations to sound more engaged and motivated. It works well in both personal and professional settings. Example, I'm keen to learn new skills to grow in my career. If you want to express genuine interest and motivation, be keen to is a natural choice. 5. Commonly used expressions with be keen to. Here are some popular expressions using be keen to that you can practice. Be keen to learn, she is keen to learn about photography. Be keen to help, he is keen to help with the project. Be keen to try, they are keen to try skydiving. Be keen to join, she is keen to join the new club. Be keen to explore, we are keen to explore the city.
In this section, we'll explore 5 common ways to use be hesitant to with clear explanations and examples. Let's dive in. 1. Feeling nervous about doing something? Use be hesitant to when someone feels anxious or afraid to do something. Example, she is hesitant to ask questions in class. This means she feels nervous or unsure about speaking up. More examples. He is hesitant to speak in front of a large audience. I am hesitant to try a new workout because I don't know if I can do it. If someone feels nervous about taking action, be hesitant to is a great way to describe their feelings. 2. Delaying a decision? Use be hesitant to when someone takes time before making a choice because they are unsure. Example, he was hesitant to accept the job offer because of the long commute. This means he wasn't sure if he should take the job because traveling to work would take too much time. More examples. She is hesitant to buy the dress because it's expensive. They were hesitant to book the flight because of unpredictable weather. If someone takes extra time to make a decision, they are hesitant to decide. 3. Lacking confidence in abilities. Use be hesitant to when someone feels unsure about their skills or knowledge. Example, I am hesitant to join the dance competition because I am not good at dancing. This means I don't feel confident enough to participate. More examples. He is hesitant to play the piano in public because he is still learning. She was hesitant to apply for the promotion because she didn't think she was ready. If someone is unsure of their ability to succeed, be hesitant to is a natural way to describe that feeling. 4. Worrying about consequences. Use be hesitant to when someone is afraid of what might happen if they take action. Example, she is hesitant to invest money because she worries about losing it. This means she is unsure about investing because she is afraid of financial risks. More examples. He is hesitant to start his own business because of the risk of failure. They are hesitant to change jobs because they don't know if the new company is better. If someone avoids a decision because of possible negative outcomes, be hesitant to is a great way to express that hesitation. 5. Avoiding something unfamiliar. Use be hesitant to when someone is unsure about trying something new. Example, they are hesitant to try spicy food because they have never eaten it before. This means they are unsure if they will like it because they have no experience with it. More examples. He is hesitant to move to another country because he has never lived abroad. She was hesitant to use the new software because she didn't know how it worked. If someone is reluctant to experience something unfamiliar, be hesitant to is the perfect phrase to use. Now that we've covered the different ways to use be hesitant to, let's go over some important tips to help you use it naturally and correctly in conversations. 1. Structure be plus hesitant to plus base verb. The verb after be hesitant to should always be in its base form, without ing or to before it. Correct. She's hesitant to try new food. Incorrect. She is hesitant to trying new food. More examples. He was hesitant to join the conversation. They are hesitant to make a big decision. Always remember to use the base verb after be hesitant to. 2. Be hesitant to versus be reluctant to. Many learners wonder about the difference between be hesitant to and be reluctant to. Be hesitant to means someone feels unsure but is still considering the action. Example, I am hesitant to speak in English because I'm still learning. I want to, but I feel nervous. Be reluctant to means someone is unwilling and likely to say no. Example, she is reluctant to speak in meetings because she doesn't like public speaking. She does not want to do it. If someone might do something but is unsure, use be hesitant to. If they don't want to do it at all, use be reluctant to. 3. Common mistakes and how to fix them. Here are some common mistakes English learners make with be hesitant to and how to correct them. Incorrect. They hesitant to talk to strangers. Correct. They are hesitant to talk to strangers. Incorrect. He was hesitant to accept the invitation. Correct. He was hesitant to accept the invitation. Always remember, be hesitant to requires the verb be, am, is, are, was, were. Use to plus base verb, not just the verb alone. 4. How to remember be hesitant to. Think of hesitant as a pause before making a decision. Use be hesitant to when talking about things you aren't sure about but might still consider. This phrase is polite and sounds softer than saying, I don't want to. For example, instead of saying, I don't want to speak in front of people, you can say, I am hesitant to speak in front of people. This makes your response sound more polite and thoughtful. 5. Commonly used expressions with be hesitant to. Here are some popular expressions using be hesitant to that you can practice. Be hesitant to ask. She is hesitant to ask for help in class. Be hesitant to make a decision. He was hesitant to choose a university. Be hesitant to try. They are hesitant to try sushi for the first time. Be hesitant to speak. She is hesitant to speak in meetings. Be hesitant to accept. He was hesitant to accept the invitation.
In this section, we'll go over 5 common ways to use be reluctant to, with clear explanations and examples. Let's get started. 1. Expressing unwillingness to do something. Use be reluctant to when someone simply does not want to take an action. Example, he is reluctant to wake up early on weekends. This means he does not want to wake up early because he prefers to sleep in. More examples. She's reluctant to go to the party because she doesn't know anyone there. They are reluctant to start a new project because they are already busy. If someone is unwilling to do something, be reluctant to is a great way to express it. 2. Hesitating due to doubt or fear. Use be reluctant to when someone is afraid of possible negative consequences. Example, she was reluctant to invest money in stocks because of market risks. This means she was unsure about investing because she was afraid of losing money. More examples. He is reluctant to try skydiving because it looks dangerous. They are reluctant to quit their jobs without another job lined up. If someone hesitates because they are afraid of a bad outcome, they are reluctant to act. 3. Avoiding a difficult or unpleasant task. Use be reluctant to when someone does not want to do something because it is hard, uncomfortable, or unpleasant. Example, they are reluctant to discuss personal matters with their boss. This means they feel uncomfortable sharing personal details in a professional setting. More examples. She was reluctant to apologize even though she knew she was wrong. He is reluctant to talk about his past experiences. If someone avoids an action because it feels difficult or uncomfortable, be reluctant to is the perfect phrase. 4. Refusing to change or try something new. Use be reluctant to when someone resists change or refuses to try something different. Example, he is reluctant to switch to a new phone because he likes his old one. This means he prefers his current phone and does not want to upgrade. More examples. She is reluctant to move to a new city because she has lived in the same place for years. They were reluctant to try a new restaurant because they always go to the same one. If someone is resistant to change, they are reluctant to accept something new. 5. Showing resistance to following advice or instructions. Use be reluctant to when someone does not want to follow what others suggest. Example: she was reluctant to follow the doctor's advice about exercising daily. This means she did not want to start exercising even though the doctor recommended it. More examples: he is reluctant to take medicine because he doesn't like the taste. They are reluctant to listen to feedback about their work. If someone does not want to follow instructions or advice, be reluctant to is a useful phrase. Now that we've covered the different ways to use be reluctant to, let's go over some important tips to help you use it naturally and correctly in conversations. 1. Structure: be plus reluctant to plus base verb. The verb after be reluctant to should always be in its base form, without ing or to before it. Correct: he is reluctant to start a conversation with strangers. Incorrect: he is reluctant to starting a conversation with strangers. More examples: she's reluctant to share personal details with others. They were reluctant to make a final decision. Always remember to use the base verb after be reluctant to. 2. Be reluctant to versus be hesitant to. Many learners wonder about the difference between be reluctant to and be hesitant to. Be reluctant to means someone is unwilling and likely to say no. Example: she is reluctant to attend the party because she dislikes social events. She does not want to go. Be hesitant to means someone feels unsure but is still considering the action. Example: he is hesitant to speak in class because he is a little shy. He might speak, but he is nervous. If someone strongly resists doing something, use be reluctant to. If they are unsure but might still do it, use be hesitant to. 3. Common mistakes and how to fix them. Here are some common mistakes English learners make with be reluctant to and how to correct them. Incorrect: they are reluctant to work overtime. Correct: they are reluctant to work overtime. Incorrect: he was reluctant to admit his mistake. Correct: he was reluctant to admit his mistake. Always remember, be reluctant to requires the verb be, am, is, are, was, were. Use to plus base verb, not just the verb alone. 4. How to remember be reluctant to. Think of reluctant as a way to express not wanting to do something. Use be reluctant to when talking about resistance, hesitation, or unwillingness. It is commonly used in work, personal, and financial situations. For example, instead of saying, "I don't want to spend too much money," you can say, "I am reluctant to spend too much money." This makes your response sound more polite and indirect. 5. Commonly used expressions with be reluctant to. Here are some popular expressions using be reluctant to that you can practice. Be reluctant to ask. She is reluctant to ask for help at work. Be reluctant to admit. He was reluctant to admit his mistake. Be reluctant to spend. They are reluctant to spend too much on shopping. Be reluctant to change. He is reluctant to change his routine. Be reluctant to try. She is reluctant to try spicy food. Try making your own sentences with be reluctant to reinforce your understanding.
In this section, we'll explore 5 common ways to use struggle to with clear explanations and examples. Let's get started. 1. Finding something difficult to do. Use struggle to when someone has a hard time completing a task because it is challenging. Example: she struggles to focus when there is too much noise. This means she finds it difficult to concentrate in a noisy environment. More examples: he struggles to wake up early in the morning. They struggle to finish work on time. If someone has difficulty doing something, struggle to is a great way to describe it. 2. Having emotional or mental challenges. Use struggle to when someone faces emotional or psychological difficulties. Example: he struggles to stay motivated when things go wrong. This means he finds it hard to keep a positive attitude in difficult situations. More examples: she struggles to deal with stress at work. They struggle to control their emotions in tough situations. If someone finds it emotionally or mentally challenging to handle a situation, use struggle to. 3. Experiencing physical difficulty. Use struggle to when someone finds a physical action difficult. Example: they struggle to lift heavy weights at the gym. This means they find lifting weights difficult because it requires a lot of strength. More examples: she struggles to run long distances. He struggles to carry all the groceries by himself. If someone has trouble with a physical activity, struggle to is the perfect phrase. 4. Dealing with learning or understanding something. Use struggle to when someone has trouble learning new skills or understanding information. Example, I struggle to understand math equations. This means I find math difficult to learn. More examples. He struggles to remember new vocabulary words. She struggles to follow complex instructions. If someone finds learning or understanding something difficult, struggle to is a natural way to describe it. 5. Facing financial or life challenges. Use struggle to when someone experiences hardship in daily life, especially financially. Example, many people struggle to pay their bills during tough times. This means it is difficult for them to afford basic expenses. More examples. She struggles to find a good job in a competitive industry. They struggle to afford rent in a big city. If someone faces financial difficulties or life challenges, struggle to is a useful phrase to describe their situation. Now that we've covered the different ways to use struggle to, let's go over some important tips to help you use it naturally and correctly in conversations. 1. Structure, struggle to plus base verb. The verb after struggle to should always be in its base form without ing or to before it. Correct. She struggles to finish her assignments on time. Incorrect. She struggles to finishing her assignments on time. More examples. They struggle to stay organized with their workload. He struggles to complete difficult tasks under pressure. Always remember to use the base verb after struggle to. 2. Struggle to versus find it hard to. Many learners wonder about the difference between struggle to and find it hard to. Struggle to means someone puts in a lot of effort but still finds it difficult. Example, he struggles to run long distances because of his injury. He finds it extremely hard. Find it hard to means something is difficult but not as intense as struggle to. Example, she finds it hard to wake up early, but she still does it. It's not easy, but she manages. If something is very difficult and takes a lot of effort, use struggle to. If something is a challenge but still possible, use find it hard to. 3. Common mistakes and how to fix them. Here are some common mistakes English learners make with struggle to and how to correct them. Incorrect. They struggle understanding the instructions. Correct. They struggle to understand the instructions. Incorrect. He struggles finishing his work on time. Correct. He struggles to finish his work on time. Always remember, struggle to requires the word to before the verb. Use the base form of the verb, not the ing form. 4. How to remember struggle to. Think of struggle as a way to express difficulty or hardship. Use struggle to when talking about challenges in learning, emotions, finances, or physical effort. It is commonly used in personal, academic, and professional situations. For example, instead of saying I have difficulty understanding English, you can say I struggle to understand English. This makes your response more natural and expressive. 5. Commonly used expressions with struggle to. Here are some popular expressions using struggle to that you can practice. Struggle to focus. She struggles to focus when she's tired. Struggle to sleep. He struggles to sleep after drinking coffee. Struggle to finish. They struggle to finish their work on time. Struggle to understand. I struggle to understand fast speech. Struggle to make money. Many small businesses struggle to make a profit. Try making your own sentences with struggle to reinforce your understanding.
In this section, we'll go over the 4 main ways to use had better with clear explanations and examples. Let's get started. 1. Giving strong advice or warning. We use had better when we want to give strong advice and emphasize that something should be done to avoid negative consequences. Example, you had better study for the test or you might fail. This is stronger than just saying you should study. It suggests that if you don't study, something bad could happen. Another example, he had better bring an umbrella or he'll get wet. This phrase is useful when you want to stress the importance of taking action. 2. Expressing urgency or immediate necessity. Use had better when something must be done soon to avoid problems. Example, we had better leave now or we'll miss the train. This shows urgency. If we don't leave now, we will definitely have a problem. More examples. You had better call her before it's too late. They had better finish the report today, or the manager will be upset. When there's a time limit or a deadline, had better is a strong way to express urgency. 3. making a threat or giving a warning. We also use had better when we want to warn someone about possible bad consequences if they don't follow the advice. Example, you had better not be late again or you'll lose your job. This isn't just advice, it's a serious warning. The consequence is clear. If you're late again, you could get fired. More examples. He had better stop shouting or he'll get into trouble. You had better not forget my birthday. This structure is common when someone is angry or serious about a rule or expectation. 4. Talking about expectations or responsibilities. Use had better when talking about something that is expected, required, or necessary. Example, she had better apologize for being rude. This suggests that apologizing is the right thing to do, and if she doesn't, there might be negative consequences. More examples. He had better be careful with that expensive watch. You had better tell the truth about what happened. This use of had better is slightly softer than a warning, but still carries a sense of strong expectation. Now that we've covered the different ways to use had better, let's go over some important tips to help you use it naturally and correctly in conversations. 1. Had better versus should or ought to. A common question is, what's the difference between had better, should, and ought to? Should and ought to are softer suggestions with no strong consequences. Example, you should take an umbrella. This is just friendly advice. Had better is stronger and suggests something bad could happen if the advice is ignored. Example, you had better take an umbrella or you'll get soaked. If you don't, there will be a negative result. If you want to emphasize importance and consequences, use had better. 2. Always use had better in the present or future. Even though it includes had, this phrase does not refer to the past. It is used for present or future situations. Example, you had better call her now. This is something you should do now or soon. Incorrect. I had better called her yesterday. This is wrong because had better is not for past actions. If you need to talk about the past, use should have instead. Example, I should have called her yesterday. 3. Negative form, had better not. To warn someone not to do something, use had better not. Example, you had better not tell anyone about this. If you do, something bad might happen. More examples. He had better not be late again. You had better not forget your passport. This form is useful for strong warnings. 4. Had better always takes the base form of the verb. After had better, the verb should always be in its base form without to. Correct. You had better sleep early tonight. Incorrect. You had better to sleep early tonight. This rule is important for using had better naturally. 5. Use contractions for natural speech. In spoken English, people often contract had better to make it sound more natural. I had better, I'd better. Example, I'd better go now. You had better, you'd better. Example, you'd better be careful. He, she had better, she'd better. Example, she'd better call soon. These contractions are common in everyday conversation, so practicing them will help you sound more fluent. 6. Practice common phrases with had better. Here are some useful phrases to help you get comfortable with had better. You had better see a doctor. She had better not forget my birthday. We had better hurry or we'll be late. Try making your own sentences with had better to reinforce your understanding.
In this section, we'll go over the 4 main ways to use would rather with clear explanations and examples. Let's get started. 1. Expressing preference between 2 options. Use would rather when you prefer one thing over another. This structure is often followed by than to compare 2 options. Example, I would rather stay home than go out tonight. This means you prefer staying home instead of going out. More examples, she would rather drink tea than coffee. They would rather take the train than fly. If you're making a clear choice between 2 things, use would rather to express your preference. 2. Talking about someone else's preferences. Use would rather plus subject plus past verb when talking about what you prefer someone else to do. Even though the verb is in the past, the meaning is about the present or future. Example, I would rather you stayed here with me. This means I prefer that you stay, but the choice is up to you. More examples. She would rather he called before visiting. I would rather you didn't tell anyone about this. This structure is commonly used for polite suggestions or personal preferences about someone else's actions. 3. Making a hypothetical or polite request. Use would rather to make a polite request or suggestion, often in a formal or respectful way. Example, I would rather not discuss that topic. This means you don't want to talk about it, but you're saying it in a polite way. More examples, I'd rather not say. We would rather wait until everyone arrives before starting. If you want to refuse something politely, would rather is a great phrase to use. 4. Expressing strong dislike or refusal. Use would rather to firmly reject something or express a strong opinion. Example, I would rather quit than work for that company. This means you strongly dislike the idea of working for that company. More examples. He would rather fail than cheat on a test. She would rather be alone than in a bad relationship. If you want to express a strong preference or refusal, would rather is the perfect choice. Now that we've covered the different ways to use would rather, let's go over some important tips to help you use it naturally and correctly in conversations. 1. Structure would rather plus base verb. The verb after would rather should always be in its base form without to or ing. Correct. She would rather eat sushi than pizza. Incorrect. She would rather to eat sushi than pizza. More examples. I would rather walk than take the bus. They would rather wait than rush the decision. Always remember to use the base verb after would rather to. Would rather versus prefer. Many learners wonder about the difference between would rather and prefer. Would rather is more casual and common in spoken English. Example, I would rather drink coffee. Sounds natural in conversation. Prefer is more formal and often followed by a gerunding. Example, I prefer drinking coffee. If you want to sound more natural in conversation, use would rather. If you're in a formal situation, you can use prefer. 3. Comparing two actions. Use than. When comparing two choices, always use than. Example, I would rather read a book than watch TV. More examples. She would rather study than go out. We would rather cook at home than eat at a restaurant. This structure makes your preferences clear and easy to understand. 4. Talking about other people's actions, use past simple. When talking about what you'd prefer someone else to do, use a past tense verb. Example, I would rather she called me later. More examples. He would rather you arrived on time. They would rather we stayed for dinner. Even though the verb is in the past tense, it refers to the present or future. 5. Negative form, would rather not. Use would rather not to say what you don't want to do. Example, I would rather not go out in this weather. More examples. She would rather not talk about work. We would rather not eat too late. This is a polite way to refuse or decline something. 6. Practice common phrases with would rather. Here are some useful phrases to help you get comfortable using would rather. I would rather sleep in than wake up early. They would rather not talk about politics. She would rather you told the truth. In this section, we'll go over the 5 key ways to use seem to with clear explanations and examples. Let's dive in. 1. Expressing appearance or impression. Use seem to when something looks, sounds, or feels a certain way, but you aren't completely sure. Example, she seems to be happy today. This means she looks or acts happy, but you don't know for sure. More examples, the movie seems to be interesting. He seems to enjoy his new job. If something appears to be a certain way, seem to is the best way to describe it. 2. Describing uncertain information. Use seem to when you aren't 100% sure about something, but have a reason to believe it's true. Example, he seems to know a lot about history. This means that based on what he says, he appears knowledgeable about history, but you're not completely sure. More examples, they seem to have a big house. She seems to remember you from last time. If you aren't fully certain about something, seem to helps you express that. 3. Talking about trends or general observations. Use seem to when referring to common behaviors or trends you've noticed. Example, People seem to be spending more time online these days. This means that based on observations, it looks like people are spending more time online. More examples: children seem to be learning faster with technology. Companies seem to be hiring more remote workers. If you're describing a general trend or behavior, seem to is a natural way to do it.
4. Softening statements to sound polite. Use seem to when giving an opinion or observation in a less direct, more polite way. Example: this restaurant seems to be quite expensive. This sounds softer and less direct than saying, this restaurant is expensive. More examples: your friend seems to be very kind. It seems to be a little noisy here. Using seem to makes your opinion more gentle and polite. 5. Indicating a possible cause or reason. Use seem to when making a logical guess based on evidence. Example: she seems to be tired after the long trip. This means she looks tired, and you assume it's because of the trip. More examples: he seems to be upset about something. The team seems to be struggling with the new project. If you're making an educated guess based on what you see, seem to is the perfect phrase to use. Now that we've covered the different ways to use seem to, let's go over some important tips to help you use it naturally and correctly in conversations. 1. Structure seem to plus base verb. The verb after seem to should always be in its base form, without ing or to before it. Correct: he seems to enjoy the movie. Incorrect: he seems to enjoying the movie. More examples: she seems to understand the instructions. They seem to know a lot about this topic. Always remember to use the base verb after seem to. 2. Seem to versus look like. Many learners wonder about the difference between seem to and look like. Seem to is based on general feelings or assumptions. Example: she seems to like her new job. This is based on her attitude or what she says. Look like is based on visual appearance. Example: she looks like she is happy. This is based on her facial expression or body language. If your observation is based on what you see, use look like. If it's based on a feeling, assumption, or knowledge, use seem to. 3. Negative form. Doesn't seem to. Use doesn't seem to when something does not appear to be true. Example: he doesn't seem to understand the question. This means it looks like he is confused. More examples: she doesn't seem to enjoy the food. This class doesn't seem to be very difficult. This is a natural way to express uncertainty in a negative sentence. 4. Question form. Does it seem to did? To ask about impressions or assumptions, use does it seem to. Example: does she seem to like the new teacher? More examples: does he seem to be tired? Do they seem to understand the instructions? This is a great way to ask for someone's opinion or observation. 5. Practice common phrases with seem to. Here are some useful phrases to help you get comfortable using seem to. You seem to be in a good mood today. They seem to know each other well. This project seems to be a lot of work. Try making your own sentences with seem to reinforce your understanding.
In this section, we'll go over the 4 key ways to use tend to with clear explanations and examples. Let's get started. 1. Describing habits or regular actions. Use tend to when talking about things that happen frequently or as a habit. Example: she tends to wake up early on weekends. This means that waking up early is a regular habit for her. More examples: I tend to drink coffee in the morning. He tends to forget names easily. If you're talking about something that happens often, tend to is the perfect phrase. 2. Expressing general trends or patterns. Use tend to when describing common behaviors or tendencies in groups of people. Example: people tend to eat more in winter. This means that it's common for people to eat more during colder months. More examples: young children tend to ask a lot of questions. Customers tend to prefer online shopping these days. If you want to talk about a general pattern or trend, tend to is a great way to do it. 3.
referring to natural or expected behavior. Use tend to when talking about how things naturally happen. Example, cats tend to sleep a lot during the day. This means that it's normal for cats to sleep a lot. More examples. Plants tend to grow better in warm climates. Dogs tend to be very loyal to their owners. If something naturally happens a certain way, tend to is the best way to describe it. 4. Describing likely outcomes or possibilities. Use tend to when talking about probable results based on past patterns. Example, when stressed, he tends to make mistakes. This means that whenever he is stressed, he often makes mistakes. More examples. People who don't sleep enough tend to feel tired during the day. He tends to overthink things when making decisions. If something is likely to happen based on past experience, tend to is the right phrase to use. Now that we've covered the different ways to use tend to, let's go over some important tips to help you use it naturally and correctly in conversations. 1. Structure, tend to plus base verb. The verb after tend to should always be in its base form without ing or to before it. Correct. They tend to arrive late. Incorrect. They tend to arriving late. More examples. He tends to forget his keys. People tend to complain about traffic. Always remember to use the base verb after tend to. 2. Tend to versus usually. Many learners wonder about the difference between tend to and usually. Tend to describes a natural habit or general behavior. Example, I tend to drink tea in the evening. It's a habit, but not tied to a strict routine. Usually describes a specific frequency. Example, I usually drink tea at 7 p.m. It happens at a regular time. If you want to talk about general tendencies, use tend to. If you want to describe specific habits with frequency, use usually. 3. Negative form, don't tend to. Use don't tend to say that something is not a habit or common behavior. Example, she doesn't tend to talk much in meetings. This means that she rarely speaks in meetings. More examples. I don't tend to watch TV during the week. He doesn't tend to eat sweets. This is a natural way to express a lack of habit or tendency. Dot over some important tips to help you use it naturally and correctly in conversations. 4. Question form. Do you tend to? To ask about common habits or tendencies, use do you tend to? Example. Do you tend to work late at night? This is asking whether someone often works late. More examples. Do you tend to forget names? Does he tend to avoid social events? This is a great way to ask about repeated behaviors or tendencies. 5. Practice common phrases with tend to. Here are some useful phrases to help you get comfortable using tend to. I tend to get nervous before exams. She tends to avoid spicy food. They tend to choose the cheapest option. Try making your own sentences with tend to reinforce your understanding.
Well done today. Now that you've learned how to use phrasal modals like be supposed to, had better, would rather, seem to, and tend to, I hope you feel more confident expressing your thoughts and feelings in English. These phrases are super useful for sounding more natural and fluent in everyday conversations. Remember, the key to mastering these is practice. Don't worry if you don't get it perfectly the first time. Keep trying and it'll get easier. If you need more examples or extra practice, check the description below for links to related lessons and helpful resources. Okay, thanks for watching today's lesson on English Fab. I hope you found these English tips useful and feel more confident. Remember, practice makes perfect, so try using these phrases in your daily conversations. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more Fab English lessons. Until next time, keep practicing and stay Fab.